Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Senior Night here at the Skating Club of Austin for tonight's matchup between the visiting Warriors of King Philip and your Norwood Mustangs. Tonight, we would like to recognize and thank this year's seniors for the years of hard work and commitment. To the parents, guardians, and families of these seniors, we thank you for your guidance and support, along with the countless rides you provided to the rinks over these many years. And now it is my honor to introduce this year's seniors, starting with the team manager, Ryan Keneally, with his parents Mary Lou and John. Number 35, the pride of Columbine Road, Zach Badger, with his parents Maria and John. Number 11, Nick Berardinelli, and his parents Maria and Chris. Number 8, Frankie Hernan, with his parents Mary and Frank. Number 9, Jack Aiche, and his parents, Mary Beth and Dan. Number 2, Patrick O'Brien, with his parents Trisha and Bill. Number 12, Ryan Sevilla, with his parents Lisa and John. Number 21, Eddie Carroll, with his parents Christine Griffin and Rich Carroll. Number 31, Captain Anthony Amato, and his parents Kristen and Tony. Number 6, Captain Andrew Gillis. With his parents Christine and Scott. And last, but by no means least, number 5, Captain Sam Lally. With his parents, Lorianne Marie and Mark Lally. Once again, please join us in recognizing this year's seniors and their parents. please rise. Remove your hats as we honor America and those that serve to protect her with the playing of the national anthem.
Hello folks and welcome to the Skating Club of Boston. I'm Joe Panola alongside Joe Domingo tonight. And Joe, this is an interesting situation. School break, the last game of the season, but between the two teams that are ranked 7 and 8 in the power rankings, we should have a real dogfight on our hands.
We certainly should. Good, two real strong teams. I know KP's a big, strong former Division I team, so this will be a good warm-up for the tournament that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to this one.
Yeah, not a whole lot that can change in terms of the standings. I was talking with some of the KP commentators before. Not a lot of games on the schedule right now, obviously, because of break and things like that. So these teams really just getting geared up. And for Norwood, a chance to celebrate 10 seniors, as we saw the posters off to the left side just before.
It is. It's 10. It's good to celebrate the seniors, but hopefully they'll have a bunch of more games after this one. Maybe we can get a nice long playoff run just like last year.
That's the idea. Norwood had a nice run last year, including a big upset, upsetting the #1 seed in Tewksbury, and they're hoping to be right back in the tournament. Having a really strong year so far, 14-3-2. King Philip is 13-4-2 this year, so pretty even matchup as we can tell, and these two teams you certainly want to end their season on a high note. For King Philip, they've got their top line out there to start. Nate Garska, number 9. Number 8 is Rowan Bolger, and number 18 is, Grady Bianculli. Norwood will counter with their top line as well. Andrew Gillis, number 6, one of Norwood's seniors, has had a great year so far, along with number 11, Nick Berardinelli, and number 5, Sam Lally, another captain. Mark Trahan throws it towards the net, but it's sticked aside by one of the KP players in front. Back for Cam Leyan Allen, number 3. Number 18, Bianculli, takes a big hit on the near boards, and back out to center ice.
Always got to be careful with those big hits. You don't want to take yourself out of the play. I know it gets all your classmates in the stands excited, but you got to be careful.
That's the idea. See if you can get the crowd into a little bit as this one's sent all the way down.
It's a good-sized crowd for a senior night.
Absolutely. We got all the jerseys behind the bench as you saw those going by, including the jersey of Austin Reardon. So nice to see Norwood continuing to show some support for Reardon and his family.
It certainly is.
Jason Gillis now will center Norwood's second line here. Gillis, the sophomore wearing number 13, has had a real nice year so far and has stepped up in a big way for this team. So he and his brother Andrew, both some key cogs on the roster. Norwood's also got Anthony Riccardi, number 15, a junior, and Kevin Roach, number 19, on defense. Rounding out this second line for the Mustangs is Ryan Valeri, number 28, and number 29, TJ Martin. Here's Valeri as he dumps it in. A quick change for Norwood here as KP will go back to retrieve with 13:34 here to go in the first period. A couple of players converge on one of the King Philip players near us, and it's played back by number 22, Jacob Sheehan. Here's Roach back into the center of the ice, getting tangled up a little bit there for Norwood. That looks like number 9. That's Jack Nightchase. So Norwood's got their third line on. Owen McDougal, number 26, is out there as well. Over here's number 22, Tim Mullen for King Philip, as this one goes just up and over the boards, and we'll see another change.
Yeah, it's good for getting all the lines out there early, get everybody's feet wet. You know, keep those shifts short, get pucks in deep, just do some work down low. I don't care how good the defense are. Nobody wants to turn and have to go into the corner after puck's looking with not really knowing what's behind you.
Lally wins the draw here, and King Philip will travel back. Some nifty stick work here. They're able to get it up to center ice. Here's Mullen, number 2, working to get around number 21, Eddie Carroll. It goes in behind the net. A little bit of a mix-up there as Lally comes away with a hit. Now a throw on net as Mullen tried to take a chance. King Philip keeping it in the zone. Number 17, Jack Morgan, was there as well. And now Andrew Gillis makes a nice move to get around number 11, Jack Curran, and had a chance there but lost it. Gillis comes back the other way, makes a nice little back pass to Eddie Carroll, and it's gloved by one of KP's seniors, Trevor Walmsley. Now we get a stoppage in play with 12:27 to go.
Nice rush by Gillis there, threw it in front, and Brodnelli almost was able to put it by the goalie, but just keep throwing pucks to the net. You never know what's going to happen.
So the face-off will be to the left of Walmsley. The two players lean in. Norwood wins another draw. Trahan with a quick shot that Walmsley stops with the blocker. Comes out. One of the KP players falls down. Norwood's got their second line there as Jason Gillis tries to get it over for Valeri, but it just goes by him. Joe, you and I were talking earlier. It's a little bit hard, easy to make a mistake with Ryan Valeri and TJ Martin as they wear very similar numbers.
Not only similar numbers, but they look similar too.
For sure. Here's a drive from number 22. That's Sonny Bianculi as he had a good chance on net there. Anthony Amato is in goal tonight for Norwood. He and Zach Badger has been rotating the starts, both seniors, and really gives Coach Allen something to rely on with 2 solid backstops.
It's nice to have 2 goalies you can rely on. I know there was a little point in the season where Anthony was a little under the weather and had to miss a game or 2. And to be able to put Zach in there.
Here comes Grady Bianculi out to the middle of the ice, and a good chance there for King Philip as Jack Gresham, number 15, was involved, but Norwood is able to get a defensive stick in there. Kevin Roach makes a nice play here. Norwood still trying to escort it out, but King Philip doing a good job of keeping the pressure up. Number 25, Finn Cunningham, is in there for King Philip as well, as Gresham takes a bit of a hit. Here's number 26. Oh, and did that one go through? It did. A deflection there. The shot was taken by, I believe, number 26, Charlie Pelkey.
It definitely was Pelkey. I think he might have got, nope, somebody else did get it in front.
Yeah, they'll give the goal to Jack Gresham, number 15. Here's the drive from Pelkey, and almost swatting it out of midair was number 15, Gresham. So a deflection in front of the net with 11:06 to go in the first period, and King Philip strikes first.
It's a tough one. I mean, that's what you got to do, get pucks to the net, bodies in front, take the eyes away from the goalie.
It was a solid drive from Pelkey, so second assist of the season, second point for Charlie Pelkey, who's certainly got a howitzer there. And the goal to Jack Gresham, that's his second of the season, 8th point of the year. So 10:55 to go here, about halfway through the first period, as Andrew Gillis sends it in. Coach Allen will throw out his first line, trying to counter the King Philip early goal. Number 14, Max Robeson, is out for King Philip. He's one of their senior captains. Nice pass up here for Andrew Gillis. Berardinelli now gives chase into the corner. Nick moves behind the net, tries to throw it in front. Pelkey was there defensively for the Warriors. Now Berardinelli trying to play it to Sam Lally along the boards. Now it's Gillis behind the net. Robeson intercepts. Lally still trying to get involved here. And King Philip getting tangled up with Lally. That's Cam Leon Allen. Over there on the far board in front of the King Philip bench. Andrew Gillis now, number 6. Saw an opportunity. Who did number 27, Farioli, keep it in for Norwood?
No,
they'll say no.
He had a better angle than we did. It looked like he kept it in, but we'll take his word for it. He was on the line. So
that's one of Norwood's freshmen, number 27, Rocco Farioli, who gets a decent amount of playing time.
They do. They rely on at least 3 freshmen, McDougal, Farioli, and Conley. So If I'm missing somebody, I apologize. But I know those 3 contribute.
It is a big roster for this Norwood team. Mark Trahan, a sophomore for the Mustangs, who played a bit as a freshman last year, goes in and gives some chase.
Trahan and Roach contributed a lot as freshmen.
Absolutely. Here's a chance in front of the net. Valeri saw that puck loose, and no one was taking charge as he almost closed in and got a decent shot off. King Philip had a couple defenders near him, though. And with the player down on the ice, it was number 2 Mullen that was down near us.
Yeah, they called the hand pass on King Philip. So offensive zone face-off.
Big chance for the Mustangs as Jason Gillis will take an important draw here. So Gillis, Valeri, Martin, along with Eddie Carroll and number 4, Mark Trahan. A little bit of a tie-up there in the face-off circle. King Philip gets it out, but Trahan sends it back in immediately. A lot of action here for Mark Trahan early for the Mustangs, who's looked good.
Solid hockey player. A lot of skill. Got a good head on the shoulders, too.
This one goes now behind the net as Amato puts his hand up.
Was a forward most of his life, but he kind of switched over to defense when he looked at the roster and said, they're short on defense. And I think that switched over then. I'm not sure if that's the main reason why he did it, but it's worked out for him. He's contributed a lot in his first 2 years here. So
Hey, it kind of comes in cycles. Norwood's got a really young defense.
They do, yeah. They're good. I mean, and it helps to have the backstop like they do.
There's a quick shot off the draw as the Mustangs had a chance there. They've got their 3rd line out, and they can certainly hit some bodies here.
This line they're big and strong. They definitely are.
So this line for the Mustangs, number 22, Jacob Sheehan, as Bianculli gets blocked there by number 9, Jack Nietzsche. And as Joe mentioned, another freshman, Owen McDougall, is out there to round out this trio of forwards for the Mustangs. This one makes its way out. King Philip tries to send it back in, and I think it hit the netting behind Amato.
You know, we're going to try. We got 10 shout-outs. We did this for the girls' game. We had the seniors write down some shout-outs here. We got 10 of them, so we got to kind of squeeze them in quick. I'm going to Frankie Hernan first. It says, I want to thank my parents for everything they've done for me and all my coaches throughout my years. Frankie made the first one easy. Thank you, Frankie.
There we go. Yeah, some of these I think you're going to have to read like those guys on the infomercials.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Be like an auctioneer.
That's it. That's it. Here's a chance for the Mustangs as Berardinelli drives in and takes a shot that's gloved by Walmsley.
Berardinelli's always a handful coming down that wing. He's hard to, with his size, he finds ways. He's got like that mini Marchand thing in him where he can find ways to get underneath defenders trying to stop him. And he's got good wheels on him, and he's a strong kid. So
the Mustangs learn an offensive zone draw, and Lally wins it. Immediately back for Andrew Gillis, who's marked by number 8. That's Rowan Bolger. Bolger is one to watch. He's a big boy that can throw some bodies around, and also is KP's leading scorer this season. Ooh. Chance there into the middle of the ice as number 27 for Norwood, Farioli, was there. Now King Philip finishes their check on the near boards, and hey, throw a puck on net and maybe something good happens. It almost did there for the Mustangs. Now in back for number 20, it's Evan Regan for the Warriors, trying to get it over to Bianculli, but Berardinelli is making life difficult for the Warriors there. Number 11, Jack Curran for King Philip. Almost threw it in his own goal, and Lally almost with the opportunistic follow, but thankfully the Warriors get it out. Now the Mustangs trying to tie up number 8, who's trying to give King Philip a chance to change lines here. Number 15 now for King Philip is Ethan Sullivan, and here's a chance in front of the net. The follow-up is it's saved by Amato. I think he did dive on it.
That was unbelievable. I mean, the bigger the game, the bigger the play from Amato. He's unbelievable. I mean, did he stop that rebound?
Let's check our NCM replay. He stopped, made a nice play on the initial shot.
And then it looks like he got it with the glove on that on the dive across. If he didn't, I mean, you're all watching the same replay as me. We're just going to say he did.
That's it. You can send complaints to us.
Give him the credit.
So a nice play from Anthony Amato there, who's been so important in goal. And right on cue. I'm glad we didn't have the announcer jinx there. As Amato gloves it quickly.
I know. His dad would kill me.
So Norwood with another big draw here as Jason Gillis, the sophomore, will take it for the Mustangs. King Philip's got a lot of players with some big shots on them. They can't quite get it out. Eventually it comes out. Here's Gillis across center ice. Over for TJ Martin, number 29. And Norwood is backed up defensively again. But a nice play by Martin to come away with it as we've got them moving into the offensive zone. Back for Ryan Valeri. Throws it on net. Oh, Jason Gillis was there hoping for a tip. A little bit of a check into the corner as Ethan Sullivan takes some pushing and shoving for the Mustangs.
Oh, good look by TJ.
Oh, a nice pass in front.
Exploded on him at the end.
Trahan throws it on net. That shot is blocked. So King Philip stepping in the way of a lot of Norwood shots early.
There you go.
This one takes a funny hop off of Valeri's stick.
Valeri with a nice deflection.
Number 22, Bianculli was there.
You're shooting with purpose right now. You know, they don't. You're shooting from the point against a quality high school goal. You're not going to score. You got to get something where people can get. They're getting rebounds.
That was almost a rebound that came right to Valeri. Trahan seems to be throwing a lot on goal, and if Walmsley keeps giving up the rebounds this could present some chances for the Mustangs.
Keep doing it. I mean, that's what they do. They throw the pucks down from the point. You get deflections. You get rebounds.
It comes out here, and Trahan will quickly dump
shift.
as Norwood will change. That was a long shift for that line.
Big
hit by Nightshade, and a clean one at that, right in front of the KP bench. Now number 7 for King Philip is Cole Koskowski. Throws it in. King Philip keeps it in the zone. Amato gave up a rebound in front, but it's cleared out. Nice job to take charge defensively by Nightshade, who's done a lot of the little things right this shift. Now into the back corner, Trahan, who's still out there, steers it around. And now a chance for the Mustangs. McDougal over for Nightshade. Couldn't handle it at first, but Norwood keeps it in the offensive end. 5:44 to go. Now the Mustangs get Andrew Gillis on there. So it looks like they want their top line to come back on. They've got Roach and they've got Anthony Riccardi defensively. Roach will step into this one and delivers a big hit. They're going to call him for a penalty. 2-on-1 though for KP, and it's gloved by Amato on the chance from Leon Allen, but I think we'll see Roach go to the box.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call on that one.
Roach got really, as you see the
call it roughing.
Hit, I believe, on the screen here.
I mean, he had his head down.
Yep. And that
Roach
hit was on number 13, Tyler Douglas, a senior forward for KP.
Looks a little shaken up. Might want to check 13. Keep an eye out. See.
So it is officially 2 minutes in the box for Kevin Roach, the sophomore for Norwood, and we have our first power play of the game with 5:26 to go here in the first period. King Philip is a team that certainly has some snipers on there, as we saw earlier. Pass on over to the side as they move it around. Leon Allen takes a shot on net. Bolger was hoping to tap it away in front. Garska gets tangled up onto the near side. Comes back out for Leon Allen. Gets a pass on over. Number 22 throws it on net as both Biancullis are out there for King Philip. This is Sonny Bianculli right in front of the Norwood bench, who's battling with Sam Lally. Grady Bianculli, I assume his brother is out there as well, as this one goes right into the chest of Amato as he makes the save.
All right, let's do another quick shout out here. We'll do Ryan Sevilla. I want to thank my parents for always giving me endless amounts of support along the way. I would also like to give a big thanks to all my coaches I've had over the years. That was one of them. Would be me.
There you go. So
right.
So Ryan giving you a shout out there.
Probably not the most influential of his career, but one of them.
Ryan, a great kid that I have the pleasure to teach this year in class. So I'll know that handwriting anywhere that you were just reading off of.
Yeah.
So King Philip still in the power play here. It's about halfway through as Norwood is trying to kill it off. It's the first chance for the Warriors on the power play so far today. There was a big drive, and they try to follow it up. Looks like Douglas is back out there after taking the hit from Roach.
That's good to see.
So nice to see him pop back up. The big drive was from Evan Regan, number 20. So 47 seconds left on the roughing penalty to Kevin Roach. He delivered a pretty big open ice hit on Tyler Douglas, who had his head down at the time. But Norwood here trying to make something happen on the penalty kill. Number 22, Jacob Sheehan is out there along with TJ Martin, Anthony Riccardi, and Mark Trahan. This comes over for Trahan, who gets it around number 20, Regan, and Norwood will send it in deep. 21 seconds remaining on the penalty to Roach. It is 1-0 King Philip as they scored off of a drive from Jack Gresham early on in the game.
Offside.
And the offside calls against the Warriors. Only 11 seconds left.
One more in. Neutral zone face
Let's
off.
hear the auctioneer voice, Joe.
Patrick O'Brien. I want to thank my mom and dad for helping me play hockey every step of the way the last 18 years. I also want to thank all the coaches that have coached me and the guys I played with. And I coach Patrick, too.
There you go. So I tell you, you're getting the love today, Joe.
They could have mentioned me by name. I don't know. I wouldn't.
That's it. But then there are other coaches, right?
yeah.
That's it. Norwood's got a great youth program for hockey, and nice to see that kind of come full circle on senior night.
I mean, these kids, too, especially, they've lucked out through the years.
Oh, almost a good chance there as Berard Nelly didn't give it up. But Leon Allen, the captain, steered it aside.
I've got an obstructed view right now. Don't talk to me.
So 3:05 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 King Philip. Norwood is just able to kill off the penalty to Roach. So we're back to some 5-on-5 action. But the Warriors have their top line out there of Bianculli, Garska, and the always dangerous Rowan Bulger. Here's Andrew Gillis, almost made a nice move to get around Leon Allen. And Gillis loses the edge in his skate there, falls down. And are they going to call a penalty against KP here?
I'm not sure. I think it might just be icing.
Yeah, I believe so. It was happened all near us as our view was obstructed for a moment. Gillis went down, and Lally was in the area as well.
Like I was saying with these kids, this group here, like especially these seniors, have been really lucky with the Norwood program growing up because they had a great bunch of coaches with Coach Martin and Coach Campbell and Coach Kelly, and onto Coach Lovell and Coach Flynn, and I mean those guys. Coach, they're just great coaches. Coach Walsh, I think some coach might have coached some of these guys. He might have been a little older. Mikey.
Well, you can tell because the team's been super successful the last couple of years.
They're really, I mean, it's a good program.
Norwood a couple years ago had a chance to go to the Final Four when they fell in Gloucester. And then last year knocking off the #1 seed in the tournament. I guess not to bring up bad memories for the Gloucester game.
The Gloucester game.
Whistlegate, I think, is exactly. As we've heard.
Yeah. And I mean, even before that, with the year they played Canton down in Bourne, and Canton was a monster team that year. And Norwood was the
Canton always seems to be.
I think Norwood was the only team that scored against them in that state tournament. That was such a good.
Well, Canton is an opponent that King Philip is very familiar with, playing out of the Hockomock League. And there's a big hit right near us as Roach, who has been very physical today, delivered a big check to Brady Anderson, #6. Mark Trahan over for Ryan Valeri, who falls down. Not a whole lot of contact there, but both players losing the edge on their skate. Norwood now back behind their own net. Skips over the stick of, I think that was number 13 for the Mustangs, as Jason Gillis is out there centering that second line. So with 1:45 to go, the Mustangs looking to answer here to go into this first period tied up. There's a long pass as Valeri was kind of hanging out on an island for a moment.
Yeah, he was trying to catch him in a change.
Trahan now.
Roach didn't see him until too late.
So 1:26 to go here. The lone King Philip goal was a deflection, I believe, off of the stick of Jack Gresham on the drive from Charlie Pelkey. So here's number 22, Sheehan, throws it on net, and Walmsley will decide to cover up. So with 1:12, we'll see another offensive zone face-off for the Mustangs.
So rolling right along, I mean, the one goal, but otherwise it's been pretty an even period, I would think.
And that's kind of what we expected, I guess, looking at the power rankings. King Philip is #7 in the power rankings, Norwood #8. And it has a chance to be a telling game because these two teams don't play a ton of common opponents playing in different leagues.
No.
One of the common opponents they do share is Hopkinton, who I think got the best of both of these teams. And I think, were they the team that knocked Norwood out last year in the tournament?
They certainly are, yeah. They beat them once this year and they tied. They're kind of like they're kryptonite, I don't know.
So that's a team maybe Norwood doesn't want to see. Here's a chance now. Nifty move from Bulger as he moved in. And it goes just wide of the net.
That's a tough one for the goalie. He was going to his left and he shot it back to his right. So that's a smart move, a one-on-one.
We talked about how dangerous Rowan Bulger could be as this one goes all the way back behind Amato, and Eddie Carroll will play it. Bulger is King Philip's leading scorer, followed closely by his line mate Nate Garska, #9. So 24 seconds here on the clock. Norwood trying to knot this game up before we go into intermission here. Andrew Gillis moves on in, and I think they'll call him for offsides. As was that, I think T.J. Martin was just over the line there.
Also be mean, or it'd be remiss, is that the right word, to not mention Coach O'Brien. Patrick's father was also a big coach for these guys.
That's it.
Coach Revelise helped out.
You got the Rolodex here.
Yeah, I coached with a bunch of them. My son played for a couple of them.
There you go.
So
now Norwood will
lucky enough.
see what's able to happen here. They're going to try to keep him off the scoreboard, and Amato has to glove that one. Good quick chance from Jack Morgan, number 17, as he takes the wrister. But Amato, who's a catcher on the baseball team, showing off his catching ability on that one.
Both baseball players, both goalies. Both
That's
got
right.
some hands on them.
Badger was a key second baseman for Norwood, who got a number of starts down the stretch last year in the baseball season, which, I tell you, it doesn't feel like it with the temperatures we've been having, but it's just right around the corner.
Yeah.
So Eddie Carroll will touch it, but that will signal the end of the period. We expected this to be a close game, Joe, and it's lived up to that, but so far 1-0 King Philip.
Good solid period. I mean, you just gotta come out and keep up. A couple of really good shifts. Keep those good shifts coming and get one by this goalie. So for all the old people that would reference Gump Worsley, the former NHL goalie from back in like the 40s.
That's right, and we'll say
Walmsley.
Trevor
No
Walmsley is
relation.
close enough.
Yeah, different spelling.
He has shut the Norwood Mustangs out so far, as you see a shot of the Norwood coaching staff. After one period is King Philip 1, Norwood nothing. We'll be back with some more senior shout-outs and the second period of action after these messages from NCM. Stick with us.
Hi, my name is Bob Blood. I'm the program coordinator for Impact Norwood. These PSAs are brought to you by SAMHSA. If you or a family member or a friend have any issues with substance abuse or alcohol, please feel free to reach out to us at www.impactnorwood.org.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh. I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. And what you say really does matter to me.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me, and they make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for talking.
Talk. They hear you.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Skating Club of Boston. I'm Joe Panola alongside Joe DeVingo. Team of Joe's today, calling the senior night for the Mustangs, and we expected a dogfight, and for the most part, it's been that way so far, Jeff.
It has. It was good first period. Everybody into the game. So, I mean, just got to get a couple more good shifts and keep working hard. And maybe it's one of those bounces. They got a couple of rebounds off of the Walmsley. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah, Walmsley. And then maybe see what happens. You know.
Yeah, Trevor Walmsley for King Philip, as you see a shot of the Norwood jerseys for all their seniors, has been fantastic. He's made a number of saves so far. Norwood's had some good chances. The one King Philip goal coming off a deflection from Jack Gresham, Jack's second of the season, assisted by Charlie Pelkey. That was kind of a strange goal, as it was kind of fluttering there, swatted out of midair.
That's what you do. You throw pucks on the net, take the goalie's eyes away, and you never know what's going to happen. I mean, even if, like on a shot from the point, if you've got people in front and the goalie can't see the puck, even if it hits him, it's going to be more difficult for him to control the rebound. So, and that's where you know, not majority of the goals in hockey are not going to be, you know, let's put it on ESPN Sports Center. It's going to be dirty and ugly from close in. You know, guys like Mark Recchi made a living. You know,
That's true.
He scored a goal from outside of 11 feet, close to the net. So, you know.
Well, the Bruins know that as well as anyone, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
no pictures and scorecards, I guess, is the way to put it. So I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, we see the scoreboard is off.
Oh,
so
that could be it.
I think that may be why
I'm looking at the ice, wondering if like, it wasn't frozen yet, or they were waiting for it to freeze. But nope, just no score.
Yeah, so
No
there's
scoreboard.
so the team's kind of hanging out in front of their benches right now. As
Oh, we got some filler. We can do some of these.
absolutely, let's get some of
Yeah,
the
let's
senior
get
shout-outs out there.
Nick Berardinelli is up next.
For sure.
Nick, I want to say thanks. I want to say thank you to my parents for the past 14 years for all the money and time they have dedicated to me so I could play hockey and have fun doing it. That was a nice little note from Nick.
There you go. And he recognized it. Time and money, right?
Time and
To
money.
be a hockey parent, it takes a
Exactly.
lot.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, I'm a hockey parent, and I was a dance parent. And everybody always used to be like, hockey. I'm like, yeah, try dance. You know, hockey, you know, it's a commitment. It definitely is a commitment, but having this rink has helped. I mean, this
tremendously,
has been
right?
It's such a nice deal to, know where you're going to practice every day, at what time, where your home game's going to be. You know, you're not looking, are we going to Hyde Park today? Do we have a home game in Walpole?
A little warmer than Badgeco too, right?
Yeah, growing up, the girls program, some of our home games were in Acton, Boxborough, which was really fun. Traveling 40 minutes up to Acton, Boxborough to play a home game against Walpole. So this has been a nice addition to the Norwood program. So
quite a facility. 3 rinks here if you've never been before.
I know. If you literally, if you haven't been down here, you have to come check this out. It's ridiculous. It's beautiful. And I've skated on the ice too. The ice is really nice.
All right.
We were talking about the last time. I guess they can turn the temperature down on the ice for the hockey, because I think the figure skaters use the ice is not as hard for the figure skaters.
That's the first time I've learned.
Yeah,
about that.
my sister figure skated her whole life, and I never knew anything about that. So it's crazy. But you know what happens? We put Mark Hoover in there with the scoreboard, and next thing you know
what?
The scoreboard doesn't work.
I think he was getting too into the tunes that he was
He
playing
could be. He
at
probably blew a
intermission.
fuse. Yeah.
You know when Mark Hoover's playing the tunes when you start hearing the 80s hits coming out that we're hearing in between periods.
Jesus and Mary Chain. Wonderful. Only Mark Hoover.
Did he get your request in there?
I sent a request over. We'll see if we hear it later on.
All right.
No, I don't see him over there. He probably broke something and ran.
Well, Mark gets some commentary for us too, and
he's unbelievable. Can you turn the TV, the Norwood Community Media on, and not have Mark on the television?
I don't know. I mean, you even see what he's done recently. He did a little filming from Norwood's history.
Did he?
The Aaron Giles. If you haven't seen this yet, Mark's going to kill me for mentioning this, but you can check out some Norwood history. He put out a nice feature where he plays the role of Aaron Giles, talks about the history of the town. He's got the dress of the time. It's a riot. And it's very educational too. Great for kids to see.
I know. I remember one time we skated on Thursday nights, and he missed a Thursday night skate because he was driving all the way up to Burlington, Vermont, to UVM. I believe it's in Burlington, and he was interviewing the head coach. Oh, do we have that on here?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get my glasses to read that.
I was gonna say you transitioned perfectly into this. It's a really nice feature that NCM did.
There we
Joe
go.
will tell you about it.
Make sure to also keep watch for the latest episode of NCM Sports. Talk to the NCM Community Channel. This episode is a special edition featuring NHS Class of 1978 Jim Plummer. I apologize for pronouncing his name wrong. Head coach of the University of Vermont's women's hockey team. Coaches and players that are a part of the team talk about what it's like coaching with and playing for Plumer. And we hear from Jim about what it takes to be a collegiate head coach. Only on Norwood Community Media, for a home of all things Norwood. Plumer, I wonder, I had a Plumer on Devon. I wonder if it's his family. That might have been where he grew up.
Could be.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, he's unbelievable. Driving all the way. That's a long drive. All the way up to Burlington.
That's true.
Vermont.
Yeah, that's not the southern border of Vermont. You're going up there.
It definitely isn't. Yeah. Go to Canada and take a left. I think is how you get there. So.
Well, it's amazing some of the things they come up with. If you're into Norwood history or seeing some of these games, go to Video on Demand. Check out some of the things that NCM's got up. Jack Tolman and Megan and Brian, they do a heck of a job kind of getting all things in town. NCM, even last year, they produced Living Locally. Kiki Thaxter, who's a Norwood High grad. They highlighted different businesses in Norwood, so you can check out Hometown Arcade, the Cove, Smokehouse Barbecue, which is very good, by the way.
Smokehouse is excellent.
Yeah,
a couple of Norwood hockey alums.
That's right. And right here in Norwood, a lot of neat features that you can check out. So if you're looking for somewhere new to check out in town, Living Locally is a neat segment that certainly would be of interest to you.
Yeah, definitely nice.
So the team's still kind of skating around. I think we might take a little bit of a break here, Joe, as they still try to get this scoreboard functioning. I think that's the reason that we're in a holding pattern. So we hope you'll stick with us, and hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later. But let's take a few minutes, and we'll be back with the action, hopefully, in the near future. Maybe Mark Hoover unplugged it, plugged it back in. We're not sure. I'm Joe Pinola alongside Joe DeVingo. And Joe, we had maybe the longest first intermission.
Yeah.
But let's see if that plays to Norwood's hands, as maybe it took some of that KP momentum away.
Yeah, it was almost like a Super Bowl. We actually, that's what you missed while you were away. Usher was performing.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
they
They had to take the stage down. Yeah.
Well, we had, I think, more people than have ever been inside that box in between the two benches trying to figure it out. But tell you, somebody flipped the right switch or whatever it is.
Like
and
the movie Christmas Carol. I
yeah.
think somebody just flipped the switch in the garage. I don't know if you ever saw. I mean, Christmas Vacation.
That's right.
Christmas
that's right.
Vacation. They couldn't figure out why the lights wouldn't go on.
If my wife is watching right now, she'll know that reference right away. I think there's about 3 movies that she quotes, and Christmas Vacation is one of them for sure.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
So shout out to her and my 2-month-old daughter. If they're watching us on TV today, thank you.
We heard a rumor there might be a picture popping up on screen.
We'll see if that's the case. I'm glad to be able to be here to do a game, and
get out of the house.
glad to have folks at home that are watching.
There you go.
My wife is the reason that I'm able to be here right now.
Nice.
She's doing some of the heavy lifting right now.
Yeah, she didn't do the heavy lifting for the 9 months.
Oh, that's true. That's true. There you go. She does it all. She does it all.
Yeah, exactly. They're warming up the goalies. I'm gonna do another quick shout out. Jack Nightshade.
Sure.
Jack Chip Nightshade says, I'd love to thank my mom and dad and previous coaches. Mom, I appreciate all the memories you've captured in my cameras, whether it's here, pictures or videos. All right, sorry. Jack doesn't have the greatest handwriting. Dad, I'm so thankful for your time, effort, and money you put into my hockey career. I'll never forget the energy you put in for me and my brother. Jack's brother Ryan graduated last year.
That's right. Ryan, a wonderful kid I had the pleasure of teaching, and nice to see Jack playing well today. Although his handwriting did get called out live on air by you.
I have to say, in my years of coaching, Jack and Ryan Nightshade are two of my favorites. Two of my favorite players I coached.
Now, they were on, when I was doing some JV games, I saw them on the same line, so I'm sure they played a bunch together.
They did, yeah.
And I guess you can't really beat that chemistry, right?
Yeah, it was like every other. They were on 1 year apart, so it was every other year they would be together. Good hockey players.
So it looks like Norwood and KP exchanging some pleasantries before we get going. You were saying a lot of these guys know each other anyway.
Yeah,
they play a lot of club.
That's the way it is nowadays. They all play club hockey together and everything. So I'm sure there's a connection with the Terriers or the Eagles or whoever else they put there. Wizards and God, there's so many things.
So some good sportsmanship between the two sides.
Yeah, they forget about it once the puck drops.
And Norwood looks ready to go as they've got their sticks beating on the side of the bench there. Both teams will go with their top line, so it'll be Nate Garska taking the draw, flanked by Grady Bianculli and number 8 Rowan Bolger for King Philip, along with Sonny Bianculli and Cam Lehan-Allen on defense. For Norwood, they've got that top line of Andrew Gillis, Sam Lally, and Nick Berardinelli, and the defensive pairing of Eddie Carroll and Mark Trahan. And we hear
offside.
And offsides, yeah, that was a very fast whistle. Only 15 seconds into this second period.
Van Halen.
There we go.
Mark Hoover.
He's right back at it with his 80s music.
Yep.
I think this is a staple. I feel like I've heard Mark Hoover play and jump before. So the draw will be just in front of the Norwood bench here. And Garska tries to move around Gillis. I think that puck might have been kicked by Lally there. Trahan almost goes down, but does a nice job regaining his feet. First into the corner is Eddie Carroll. Plays it up now for number 6. Here's Andrew Gillis. Gillis, a nice lead pass for Berardinelli, trying to get around Lehan-Allen, but Cam does a nice job defensively on him. Over from number 9, Nate Garska, back for Lehan-Allen, one of the 3 captains on this King Philip team, and tried to lead Grady Bianculli there, but they were unable to connect. So Norwood now ushered in by Gillis. Number 26 is there for King Philip, as this one goes just a little wide of the net. Number 26 for the Warriors is Charlie Pelkey, who had an assist earlier today on the lone goal. There was a hit right near us as Riccardi got slammed to the boards by Lehan-Allen. Here's number 18, Bianculli. Into the center of the ice. Norwood almost had an opportunity there. Now behind the net is Jason Gillis. Gillis back out. He finds the point there as the shot was taken by one of the Norwood players. So Roach is out there right now with Riccardi. Riccardi off the backside of Garska. It's been a long shift for this first King Philip line. Now Riccardi moving in, lost the puck as Bolger was right behind him. Into the back for the Mustangs. Number 28 is there, and number 29, Ryan Valeri and TJ Martin. We'll just call them both because it's so easy to get those two mixed up. And here's a chance now coming the other way. Garska has to do some battle. Norwood falling the whole way with Kevin Roach. So a nice job by Kevin to prevent the chance from KP's second leading scorer. Number 10, Tom Gately is on there now for King Philip, who dumps it in. And here's a chance. Off the stick of Max Robeson, number 14. Gately now tries another drive, but it's blocked in front by Norwood, and they clear the zone. 2-on-1 developing. Number 9, Jack Nightshade, almost called him Ryan, moving on in. And now Owen McDougall into the center of the ice, but it just barely ticks out. Eddie Carroll has to hurry. He gets it over to Rocco Ferrioli, and McDougall plays a hit on the far boards on number 19, Trevor Pelkey. So some new players in there for King Philip as they have the line of Robeson, Pelkey, and Gately skating out there at the moment. This one almost caught the neck there of Eddie Carroll. Good reaction from him. Carroll again. It's been a long shift for number 21, but he's still working hard out there.
Second period, long change. That right side defenseman is going to have a hard time getting off.
For sure. Now over for Andrew Gillis. Norwood's got their top line again as he takes a bit of a hit from Jack Morgan, number 17. Morgan has it in between his feet, almost lost control, but Norwood will play it back to Carroll, who's still out there. Now into the center of the ice. Gillis was looking to connect with number 11, Berard Nelly, who gives some chase, but we'll see an icing.
Got to get a little more zone time. I'd like to see from Norwood.
Yeah, that one was
up and down, but a lot of play in the center of the ice. It's in and out quick. So I want to see him get a forecheck going here. We get some.
There's a drive from the point. Almost went off of a King Philip stick. That was Finn Cunningham, number 25, who was down there. Number 20, Evan Regan was also involved. Bit of a hit near the Norwood bench is absorbed by Mark Trahan. Nice little pass behind the King Philip net. Comes out to Regan. And tell you a little bit off screen, Sam Lally, I think, jumped over a player there. Gillis tried to keep the play alive after falling down. Gives a little shove for number 11, Jack Curran, on the King Philip side. And it looks like a Norwood player near us lost a glove. Now Gillis moving on in. He's working against Curran, number 11. Now Lally into the corner, battling with a couple of Warriors. It eventually sneaks its way out. Max Conley tried to tip, but now a chance for King Philip. 2-on-1 as they come in, and it's steered aside from Amato. Good chance for Finn Cunningham, number 25, and Norwood sends it a little bit too far for Valeri, and we'll see an icing.
Very difficult pass to make when that guy forward skating directly in front of you. That way, maybe use the boards a little bit, give him a better angle to catch that pass.
There's the play there. A nice save from Amato as Trahan was closing in to help defensively. So the faceoff comes to the right of Anthony Amato with 10:43 to go here in the second period. And here's the whistle and the faceoff. Will go Norwood's way. A big draw in the defensive zone for the Mustangs. A little bit of a saucer pass, getting his stick in the way is number 9, Nate Garska. Comes for Rowan Bolger, who couldn't quite find the handle on it. And Amato now steers it away for Kevin Roach. But in front, Garska looking to get it to a teammate. Bolger was there in front of the net, as was Grady Bianculli. This one is chipped up and out of the zone by the Mustangs and eventually finds its way to the King Philip bench. A couple of players taking cover there.
Coaches, too.
King Philip has a second-year head coach on their side, Toby Carlo. No relation, apparently, to Paul Carlo, their previous head coach. So what are the odds?
That is crazy.
There's a shot of Toby and his coaching staff. And if what we're reading is right, Paul Carlo, who was the head coach for a while there, went to work with the Islanders. So,
really? Wow.
I tell you, that's a coach with some experience in the King Philip program that I believe is using a lot of the same offensive strategies that they had under Coach Paul. Now they have a chance here. Number 14, Max Robeson, is one of the Warrior captains. He moves in behind Eddie Carroll, steers it back out, or at least attempts to. It's intercepted by number 22, Jacob Sheehan. A little bit of a shove there from number 9, excuse me, Jack Naiche. They've got, Norwood has that line, and a nice drive from number 21, Carroll. There's a shot from Rocco Ferrioli, number 27.
Shot with a purpose by Eddie Carroll. Just got to get the bodies in front, though. We had a perfect angle of that one. The goalie saw it the whole way.
So Norwood trying to get a little more time in the zone, as Joe was saying earlier. Hopefully that comes true here. A good shift from Norwood's third line, that line of McDougal, Naiche, and Sheehan. This one will send Sam Lally back with 9:24 to go in the second period. Ferrioli and Carroll remain on defensively for the Mustangs. Nice pass into the center of the ice. Here's Andrew Gillis, who trying to get around a player. There was a whistle.
Offside. He made the move at the blue line. Unfortunately, I think Nick Brodnelli just jumped in just a little bit too quick.
Yeah, King Philip didn't really like the extracurricular activity there. As
again, they probably played club hockey together.
That's right. Yeah, we saw the two teams mixing up when we had scoreboard gate a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
As Mark Hoover, I think, just hit the plug out, and we were down for a little bit. So the face-off will be right near us. The sophomore for Norwood, Jason Gillis, Andrew's brother, who's had a big season this year for the Mustangs, will take the draw. And it ultimately goes KP's way. Now it's ushered up by number 17. Here's Jack Morgan. Morgan has a good wrist shot, as he was demonstrating earlier for the Warriors. Out for Lehan Allen. He tries to drive. It finds its way to Amato, but is able to knock it aside with the blocker. Now back into the corner for the Warriors. It's number 24. That's Joe Robeson for them. Now Lehan Allen steers it aside. Big hit on Robeson from number 13 for the Mustangs. And eventually King Philip will settle in behind their net. Out near us on the near board, it comes out for Max Connolly wearing number 25. So Norwood certainly getting a lot of different players some action today. I tell you, both of these teams.
Yeah, they roll 3 straight lines, and they play 6D.
Both of these teams really relying on their depth, and a bunch of freshmen out there, as we mentioned earlier. There's one of them, Max Conley, who just is able to get out of the way.
Norwood's going to go on the power play, elbow.
Yeah, nice job by Conley, who's able to draw the penalty.
Yeah, taking a hit sometimes just as tough as hitting. Everybody talks about toughness in hockey. One of the big things is you got to be able to take a hit to make a play, and Max did a good job as a freshman.
There it is, as he goes down, taking the elbow from Jack Morgan. So it'll be a 2-minute penalty on Jack Morgan for King Philip, and it'll be Norwood's first chance on the power play.
Big power play. It's good. Right off the bat, you want to get some shots. You want to start with shots and get them out of their box.
So Sam Lally here on the draw. Almost falls on it for a second as it makes its way out for Eddie Carroll. Now over to the far side. Good look for the Mustangs. Ryan Valeri throws it on net. Second chance for Gillis. Almost went through. And I think it tipped up into the netting there.
Lally with a shot from there. A lot of traffic in front. Couldn't find a hole. But it's good. You get pucks to the net. That's what you got to do right off the bat, especially at the beginning of a power play. You want to get them scrambling.
So the Mustangs will throw that same crew right back out there with Lally taking the draw. They've got Valeri, Martin, Andrew Gillis, and Eddie Carroll rounding out the first power play unit. Here is Valeri now on the far side. Tried to sneak it in, but it comes back out. Now a bit of a chance on the rush here, shorthanded for King Philip. Nate Garska moves in and tries a shot that goes wide of the net.
You definitely don't want to do that when you're shorthanded, just miss the net.
But here's
wide.
a 2-on-1 for the Mustangs. Gillis tried to connect with Martin in front. A golden opportunity for Norwood goes aside. Now here's Bolger, makes a nice move. Carroll chases him out of the zone, however. 1:18 remains on the penalty to Jack Morgan. And this one is now sent all the way back in. Eddie Carroll will have to hurry, though, as Bolger was closing in. 1:08 now remains on the power play. So the Mustangs will take a breath and restart. They've got that same group out there. Lally, Gillis, Valeri, Martin, and Carroll. Here's Gillis. Drops it over. Was looking for someone in the center of the ice. Was intercepted for a second. Now a chance. Valeri thinks about the shot. Takes it low, but it was blocked in front. I think that was Robeson who got a stick on it. Valeri with another chance. Tries to throw it in deep. Number 10 is there for King Philip. And a bit of a scramble now in front of the net. Almost comes out. Good chance. Here's Martin.
So close. The bad luck with the pucks there.
Back for Valeri. Here's the drive from Carroll. Little
There it
confusion
is.
in front
There
and
it is.
closing in.
Beautiful play.
It's TJ Martin.
All started with the shot from the point with the rebound. I mean, that's what you do. You shots from the point, outnumber them in front. And Eddie Carroll with the shot. Good net front presence by Andrew Gillis and TJ right there on the back door to put one in. Nice.
Opportunistic from TJ Martin, who's able to collect the goal. So Norwood scores with only 27 seconds left on the power play, and they have knotted this game up at 1.
We got ourselves a new game. And we
Ninth
got-
goal of the season for TJ Martin, who's now up to 16 points on the season as a junior. A team leading 32nd point with the assist from Andrew Gillis, and we'll give another assist to Eddie Carroll on the shot, so he's up to 9 on the season. So 6:45 to go here as we hear some Crazy Train coming through the speakers. Mark Hoover continuing with his 80s love to celebrate the Norwood goal. But the Mustangs go right back to work. Anthony Riccardi is on defense now with Kevin Roach wearing number 19. Norwood's got their third line out there right now of Owen McDougall, Jacob Sheehan, and Jack Naiche along with that defensive pairing. And this one in front was a dangerous play. I thought Roach was almost going to put it into his own net for a second.
There you go. Get it in deep and get this line to start working. Get us a good power play goal. Now let's get a good shift.
So we get the official announcement there from Mark Hoover. The goal occurring at 8:15, TJ Martin. Assisted by
Oh, he
Andrew
got
Gillis and Carroll, and there's the little woo we
woo.
get.
I love it.
Got to celebrate it as Mark is bringing his energy to that public address booth. But here's a bit of a 3-on-2 now as Garska moves in, tries a shot, but it goes wide of the net. That dangerous King Philip first line has been kept up off the scoreboard so far, but they can strike at any moment. This one is thrown in by number 20, Evan Regan, who's on defense. And a bit of a misfire there creates an opportunity for the Mustangs. Rushing on up is Berard Nelly. He tries to dump it off as he was looking to connect with Lally, but those two couldn't find each other. Now on the far side, the pass into the center for Bolger. Wrap back for Nate Garska.
That was a great play.
What a pass from Bolger, who connected with his fellow senior. Now Berard Nelly will make life difficult on King Philip. That sends number 16, Ethan Sullivan, back to play it. On to the near boards. Bolger throws it in, but Norwood is there defensively with Mark Trahan. He steers it around being Cully, but it comes back out now for Sullivan. Gillis is all over him.
Whoa.
And a bit of
Here
a
we go.
hit
We
near
got a
the
foul.
center of the ice. And we'll see a
Ryan's
penalty now
shaken
against
up.
King Philip.
So Larry's shaking up. I'm not sure if it was the hip. I mean, he took the hip off the leg, or if it was the arm on the fall. It kind of looks like the arm on the fall, but
Let's check it out here as he
Yeah.
got sandwiched
Yeah.
between two guys.
could be anything.
And it looks like it'll be Nate Garska, number 9, that'll go to the box for King Philip.
Good quick passing. A couple of nice quick passes and get him going through center ice. That was a nice little breakout there.
So the second period proving to be a little more rough and tumble maybe than the first, but it's worked out Norwood's way. Joe, you were calling for a kind of like a hard work goal in there.
Yeah.
Norwood got one on the power
definitely
play
it.
earlier, and we'll see if they can do it again here. Second opportunity with the man advantage. Norwood is 1 for 1 so far, but King Philip quickly clears the zone.
Got Jason Gillis taking Valeri's place on the top power play unit.
So it looks like Ryan is banged up a little bit. Other than that, it is the same top power play unit from Norwood with Jason's brother Andrew out there, as well as Sam Lally. Here's a drive that goes a little wide of the net. TJ Martin, Norwood's lone goal scorer, is out there as well, as is Eddie Carroll, whose drive on the first shift for the power play was ultimately the one that ushered in the goal. Now behind the net, working hard there is Gillis. Jason gets it on up for Andrew. Andrew takes a bit of a hit here from Mullen. Over for Carroll. Now the drive from Martin. Second chance almost was there for Sam Lally. Norwood still keeping it in. 1:08 remaining on the penalty. Here's the drive and a nice save by Walmsley. Falling down on the play is Andrew Gillis. King Philip finally gets it out, but a good chance for Norwood as they spent most of the first half of that penalty in the offensive zone. Now we'll see if the team resets a little bit. King Philip will go through a change. Number 22 is out there for Norwood. That's Jacob Sheehan. Nick Berard-Nelly helps out on this second power play unit, wearing number 11. Eddie Carroll remains out there. Sam Lally going off for a change. and Anthony Riccardi. So 34 seconds remaining on the penalty to Nate Garska, number 9 for King Philip. Riccardi gets tangled up near us with number 18, and it looks like Riccardi's going to be called for a penalty.
They're holding.
Anthony looked at the referee like he didn't quite agree with it, but he'll head on off. Or I believe he will. There we go.
Yeah, it is definitely Riccardi.
So that will send the teams back to even strength, at least for 28 seconds. And then King Philip will get about a minute and a half with the man advantage.
Referee's talking about something. While they're talking about it, let's get a quick shout out from Eddie Carroll. Eddie wants to thank my parents first for driving to all my games and practices, especially to the 6 a.m. games in Bourne. I also want to thank my coaches I have now for giving me an opportunity to play, and Mr. Martin for coaching me all these years up until high school. Finally, I want to thank my teammates for making it fun to come to the rink every day. But actually, speaking of Mr. Martin, I want to give Mr. Martin another shout out for he was the one who I used to solicit these shout outs. I went through Tom Martin to get to TJ Martin, and
There you
TJ
go.
gave all the seniors the edict.
Yeah, you were getting all these little slips of paper. Almost looked like you were running a raffle before the game.
Yeah.
So here's a chance, quick one for King Philip as we got some 4-on-4 action. And did Amato reach back to save that with the glove?
Yeah.
What a play.
He fanned on the rebound. He had a nice shot there in the front. It was
Check this out.
Robeson in front, and he got the little toe on it and was able to cover it up. Good job in front there, but there's that Roach.
Anthony
just make it a little
Amato.
bit more difficult on the guy.
So Amato sticks this one aside. Nice play again by the Norwood senior captain goaltender. So Amato, who's kind of been rotating starts with Zach Badger this year, putting on a show in the last couple minutes. 2:50 officially remaining here in the period. But now a chance for King Philip, and the drive is blocked in front.
Great block, Andrew Gillis.
Andrew does it all. He's had a great offensive season and comes up with a key block there. Immediately he'll go off, but the puck will be covered up by the Warriors.
This is like, I want to say, like Andrew, this is probably the first season where he's been completely healthy. Like I think he broke his arm his freshman year, missed most of that year, a lot of time, I guess. Maybe it might have been 8th grade, but he's now finally doing what all of us who have ever watched him play throughout his career have known that he's been capable of doing. He's just such a talented hockey player.
He has taken such a step.
Yeah, he is unbelievable. Opportunity is basically what it is with him.
There you go.
I mean, like I said, we've known this. Everybody who's ever seen him play knows.
There's no denying the talent, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yep. Also a really nice kid. I have the
He's a
pleasure to teach him
great
this
kid.
year.
Another one, great
Smart
family.
kid as well.
Yep.
So only good things to say about Andrew Gillis.
Yep.
So this one will get dumped in deep. Norwood is now on the penalty kill for another 48 seconds. They have killed off one penalty so far. That was earlier in the contest after Kevin Roach was called for a penalty. And now it'll be another 37 seconds until Riccardi comes out of the box after he was called for a holding penalty not too long ago.
It's a big kill.
Norwood has their one
State
goal
the
on the
obvious.
power play today. And it looks like both teams will switch up personnel. So Norwood will go with 4, 5, and 6. They've got Trahan, they've got Lally, and they've got Andrew Gillis. And I'm looking down on the far side, a little bit hard to see it from this angle, but I think that's number 19, Kevin Roach out there, rounding out the crew for the Mustangs. So they've got about 30 seconds to kill off here. Only a minute 45 remaining in this second period after a lengthy scoreboard delay between periods. Here's a bit of a chance here, a 2-on-2, as Lally makes a nice move. The pass to Gillis. That was almost a beautiful goal.
It's twice this period that if we had a right-hander coming down that right way.
Sometimes the handedness is just as important as the talent, right? Norwood has an opportunity shorthanded. 5 seconds until the penalty expires as Riccardi gets ready to skate back out there. Norwood has officially killed it off, so the Mustangs 2 for 2 on the penalty kill today. 1:10 remaining, so 70 seconds in this second period. Fanning on that pass was number 11, Jack Curran for King Philip. And now a chance for Norwood. King Philip diving in there. Oh, they barely got a piece. I think that was Tim Mullen, number 2.
Yeah, it was a good. Sam Lally can move, too. That was a good recovery.
Norwood had a 2-on-1, and Mullen broke it up and made a big play. 48 seconds to go here. There's a drive on net from Ryan Valeri. Nice to see Ryan back out there after he was a little banged up earlier drawing a penalty. TJ Martin now in the center of the ice. Wow, somehow he kept control of that puck.
Those edges, circle.
I think he spun around there a couple times, so Mr. Martin taught him how to skate well, we'll say. Nice hustle there from Martin once again now here in the final 24 seconds. Norwood trying to take a lead here as the period winds down. They again throw it in deep. Jason Gillis leads the chance here for Norwood. King Philip almost has a player go down, but now it goes all the way down to the end of the ice. And with 10.1 seconds left in the second period, we'll see an icing.
Good job by the home team operator of the scoreboard to shut that off right when it's over.
Absolutely. Sometimes you get the little home field advantage in these things. If you're watching us from King Philip, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. It is a wonderful facility. We're biased here in Norwood at the skating club, but come down and check it out soon. These teams played 2 years ago right at this very rink for senior night, and they're doing that again today.
Once a year they play, at least once. It's a good hand pass.
Yep.
Norwood.
So a quick whistle. I was waiting for the horn as we only have 3.9 seconds left in the period. Kind of one of the strange things about this rink is you got the scoreboard on one side, but no time on the other side. So your eyes are constantly going off to the left here.
The hand pass goes all the way down to the other end. I wasn't
That's
aware
right.
of that rule.
So this is not great for Norwood as King Philip has one last shot to get a shot off, if you will. Nate Garska will take the draw here.
King Philip has pulled their goalie. 3.9 seconds is enough time to get a shot on net.
That is risky here. What a move by the second-year King Philip head coach, Toby Carlo. So let's see what happens here in the final couple seconds. Norwood doesn't get a shot off. Cam Leon-Allen does. And even after, I think the second shot happened after the whistle, ultimately no damage is done.
Yeah. It's a good period. We're back in it. 1-1.
Absolutely. Sam Lally will talk things over with the referee. Norwood's got to be happy with the way they played. They do put up a goal on the power play, and after the lengthy delay between the first and second periods, we will take another break here. It is Norwood 1, King Philip 1 on senior night from the skating club. We will join you on the other side. To the Skating Club of Boston. I'm Joe Panola alongside Joe DeVingo. And Joe, if the power rankings tell us anything, it told us that this game was going to be close. And so far it is. 1-1 should be a really exciting third period as we get ready for it.
Yeah, the power rankings, the MIAA, they've always been controversy since they decided to go to this
putting
system.
it lightly, right?
And it seems to work all the time. I have no idea how they do it. It's a top secret formula that they don't want to. Nobody can do the math.
I tell you, sometimes it is strange how these things come out because obviously your opponent is taken into consideration too.
Yeah.
As we see King Philip starting down, they are going left to right, and Norwood going right to left now, as they were back in the first period. Here's Sam Lally moving in. Oh, good chance. Mark Trahan follows up, but the net gets knocked off his moorings.
We'll see if they're going to give him a penalty. No penalty shot.
No.
You got to be careful this early in the period. If you notice, the puck wasn't really moving. It stops every once in a while because the ice is not as a little wet to be.
Yeah, it's not quite worn down that same way, right?
Yeah, so you got to be careful.
So we'll see an offensive zone face-off here for Norwood. Well, yeah, we were looking at the power rankings earlier, and you were saying if things hold, we'll get this on tape, that you were saying your projection is Norwood against Malden Catholic.
It looks like judging by this, 8 versus would be 8 versus 25. Yeah, I think that would be how it would go. Malden Catholic at 1-17-1, but they play obviously the Catholic Conference, which is a phenomenal hockey conference.
So we'll see if that ends up happening and if Joe is indeed the power rankings Swami here, as Eddie Carroll tries a shot that is gloved by Walmsley. You also made another point that Norwood wants to stay out of the 8 seed, which I imagine if they win tonight would push them up, because then you're playing number 1.
Yeah, you would think that if they could win this one, they might flip-flop. But as the 8 seed, if you win your first round game, you're going against the 1 seed.
Although the 1 seed right now is
actually
Tewksbury.
First the 9 seed
Right.
and then the 1 seed. But in the 9, it's Tewksbury, and we all know how that went. Well, it went well last year.
It did, and Tewksbury does not want to see Norwood, as they were a little bit stunned coming off of that game last year.
Yep.
So we do have.
They weren't the only ones. I think Norwood is the only one team, people that weren't stunned.
That's right. Norwood was a 17 seed, I think, if I'm remembering that right.
I can't remember
where
exactly.
they came through. But
that makes sense.
It was
that
quite a performance from them. Norwood still got their first line out there as Lally doubles back here behind the net. Tried to throw it in front, as that's where Gillis was buzzing around, but it comes out all the other way back for Anthony Amato. Eddie Carroll is the first to meet the puck back there. So Carroll flanked by Andrew Gillis and Ryan Valeri. So Valeri seems no worse for the wear after getting bumped up a little bit there in the second period. Nice to see him back out.
Yeah, Norwood having trouble getting set up in the zone for this power play.
Yeah, good pressure there. Yeah, well, I was remiss to mention that. Norwood still on that power play. They've got about a minute left in this one. So that's why you're seeing this kind of mixed combination of the two lines. You've got Lally and Gillis from that top line as TJ Martin comes on through. Here's the backhand as Andrew Gillis was trying to find an opportunity.
He had a couple of guys open in front, but the KP player just got a piece of that one.
So behind the net, Amato now steers it on over. Eddie Carroll, wearing number 21, gets it over for, I thought it was going to be to Nick Berardinelli, number 11. Instead, it finds a stick of Sam Lally. 26 seconds remaining on the penalty. The penalty was charged to Cam Layan Allen, one of KP's senior captains. There's a shot from Tim Mullen, pops up in the air. Second chance here, Robeson is there for KP, but unable to sneak it through. And now with a little bit of a head of steam, it's Jason Gillis. However, he's beaten to the puck. This one goes flying, just whizzing right past his face, and it'll send Mark Trahan down as the penalty expires to Layan Allen. So King Philip kills off the penalty. They are 2 out of 3 in that aspect today.
Not Norwood's best penalty, best power play.
That's for sure. I almost didn't realize they were on the power play for a couple moments there. There's a chance in front as Berardinelli tried to tip the shot from Trahan in there. And now Bolger along the far board, winds it around. He was looking to connect with Garska, but Amato made a nice play behind the net to get to it first. This one goes just off the stick of number 26, McDougal, comes out for Jacob Sheehan. Sheehan now throws it in deep and takes a little bit of a hit from number 18, Grady Bianculli. And now with 11:55 to go, Norwood will try to strip it away from Garska. He plays it on up for number 22, that's Sonny Bianculli. So 2 sophomore Biancullis for this KP team.
Hand pass.
As we see, we've seen a lot of those hand passes today, Joe.
Yeah, Eddie Carroll took it down with the hand and then tried to get a piece of it, but somebody made a play on it with his stick. Took Eddie Carroll's stick out, and then Norwood was the next team to touch up.
So the action will come all the way back down the other side.
Eddie's arguing that he got a piece of it himself, but
I'll tell you, he did a pretty good
referee
view too.
Yeah,
So let's check it out, and you can decide for yourselves on the NCM replay.
it's hard to tell.
Definitely a pile-up of a lot of players in there. So King Philip wins the draw, comes back out, but it's immediately blocked by number 9, Jack Nightshade. Nightshade's had a nice game doing a lot of the little things correctly, as this one hits the rafters above us.
Certainly has.
This third line for Norwood of McDougal, Nightshade, and Jacob Sheehan, they've done kind of little things to put out some good shifts here. But Norwood will go back to Lally, Berardinelli, and Gillis. They've got the defensive pairing of Riccardi and Roach out there right now. So the referee will ask Gillis to take a step back. And Norwood does win the draw. It comes to Gillis, who immediately tries to go to the outside, but Robeson is playing him tough defensively. Max Robeson wearing number 14 for the Warriors. He's one of their captains. Gillis, with no one near him, tries a shot, goes wide of the net, but a second chance opportunity presents itself. And Gillis goes a little bit wide on that one as well. But now a 2-on-2. It's led by number 7, that's Katowski, and a chance in here for number 13, Douglas, is steered aside from Amato. Anthony Amato has come up with some big saves when they've mattered for the Mustangs to keep this a 1-1 game. Roach knocks it out of the air and now controls, sends it behind the net for his defensive pairing partner right now, Trahan. Now here's Lally, a 2-on-2. Lally has the lead, moves on in, but he's stuffed by Walmsley, and the faceoff will come just outside the KP crease.
Good work coming down that off wing. He used his body to shield the defenseman and got off a nice little chip shot, tried to get it past the goalie.
Couple
Good
excellent
speed
chances for
up
Norwood as they use the speed of Sam Lally. Walmsley just able to get enough as number 19 Trevor Pelkey was there defensively as well for the Warriors. So here's Norwood's second line, centered by the sophomore Jason Gillis. Gillis gets tangled up a little bit as no one quite wins the draw cleanly. TJ Martin, the game's lone goal scorer, sends it in, but Norwood will have to double back to avoid being offsides. 10:36 to go here in the third period. That pass a little bit too far for Tim Mullen.
Icing.
And that will just barely be an icing as those two players are chasing it down.
Another quick read as everybody gets down the other end of the ice. Anthony Amato with a shout out. I'd like to thank my family and coaches who have helped me along the way.
Well put, Anthony.
Short and simple.
Absolutely,
I like it.
right to the point.
Good work. Got everybody in. Everybody didn't forget anybody in his thank you.
And he made our lives easier there. We didn't have to play the Oscars music when they wraps
exactly.
up saying the
Play
thank
him
you.
off. Play him off.
So 10:30 to go here as number 24 Joe Robeson gets kicked out of the faceoff circle. Norwood ultimately wins it. Comes out for Eddie Carroll. There was a chance in front as Jason Gillis was there trying for the tip, but it's gloved by Walmsley and will do it again.
Another good quick wrist shot. Good level to it. Easily tippable.
Norwood's had a lot of good chances here in this third period so far. They started out the period on the power play, and strangely enough, that seemed to be kind of the worst chances they get. There's a chance as it went off of the referee. Jason Gillis, with his head up, almost was able to knock it in there with a good wrist shot. But the hand goes up here, and I think we're going to see a penalty.
Slash.
Yeah, it will be a slash against Norwood. And is that TJ Martin that's going to go to the box?
Looks like it.
Always tough to check between 28 and 29 as him and Valeri are usually around the same area. But I believe that will be.
That's Valeri.
Oh, there we go. So Ryan Valeri will officially go off. He's checking things over with the ref.
Yep. Yeah.
There it
See
is.
a replay. I didn't catch that one.
So it'll be a 2-minute penalty officially to number 28, Ryan Valeri. And King Phillip, who's been shut out on the power play so far, will get an opportunity here. It'll be the big Nate Garska taking the draw for the Warriors. He's flanked by Bolger and Bianculli. And that defensive pairing of Sonny Bianculli and Cam Leon Allen. So KP and Coach Carlo putting out their top line right now. Leon Allen tries to drive, but right into the belly of Anthony Amato. And with 10 minutes even, he makes the save to keep this a 1-1 game.
Looking for a deflection on that one. Shot with a purpose.
There's the official word. It is 2 minutes for slashing to Ryan Valeri. Norwood wins a good defensive zone draw, but it comes right out to Leon Allen. Surveys the landscape, now throws a low shot on net. That Grady Bianculli was right in front of the net from. He had a great opportunity to deflect it. Norwood does usher it out, led by Gillis, who tried a little bit of a saucer pass to get it over Leon Allen. But now he is forced back by Sam Lally.
Good skater, Leon Allen.
And with a minute and a half to go, KP will get their power play starting again. They've still got this first unit out there. Long lead pass for Grady Bianculli. Anthony Riccardi, however, beats him to it first. Leon Allen plays it over. Here's Bianculli with a drive. And Amato swatted it out of the air.
Those hands down in his crouch.
Tell you, I think Anthony surprised himself that it was just in the glove and he didn't tip it up into the netting there. But either way, a nice play by the Norwood goaltender. And with a minute 12, Norwood still looking to kill this penalty. Looks like, is that TJ Wyman doing some pull-ups? Norwood getting some exercise on the bleachers here. And the hockey team on the ice gets a fortunate bounce out of the zone here. So King Phillip will have to play it back. Half the penalty has expired as TJ Martin gets a little bit of a shove for number 11, Jack Curran.
TJ Wyman, one of my customers.
There you go. TJ, someone I have in class as well. Great kid. Nice to see him here supporting the team. I believe the hole, as this hockey puck goes flying up there, went over the netting and through the rafters. Thank goodness it landed in an area where nobody was.
We got some Somebody running down hoping to get a souvenir.
That's it. He took off faster than I think we realized the puck had
They
landed.
just threw it back out in the ice.
There's
got extra
one
puck.
disappointed fan.
Multi-ball.
So we'll turn our attention back to the ice here. It looks like Jacob Sheehan, number 22, will take the draw for Norwood. An important draw with the faceoff coming just outside of the offensive zone for King Philip. TJ Martin is out there as well, as is Eddie Carroll and Mark Trahan for the Mustangs. 43 seconds remain on the 2-minute minor penalty to Ryan Valeri, who was called for slashing just a little while ago. Leon Allen plays it over, and now Sonny Bianculli will drum it inside. Here's Mark Trahan trying to get around a couple of players there, but another quick whistle.
Puck out of play.
Yeah, I think it might have touched up on that netting there. You see some of the posters there on the far side. It is senior night, and Norwood has 10 seniors. So each of them getting a little bit of love from the underclassmen as we see a shot of the fans there.
10 seniors and team manager Ryan Keneally.
That's right. We can't forget about Ryan.
Very important position.
For sure. Norwood's had a team manager for a number of their years here. Yeah. Here's a little bit of a chance. A scramble up front. Everybody's looking for it, but it's ultimately, I think, Amato who covers up.
Found it, yep.
Anthony has been under siege here in the last couple minutes, and Norwood's got 20 more seconds to try to defend against King Philip with the man advantage. So another face-off here and another chance for Jacob Sheehan to win a big one for the Mustangs. Actually, excuse me, that was Owen McDougall. So McDougall is out there with Martin, Trahan, and we'll get you the identity of the other player in just a moment. Here's Bianculli with a quick drive. Another save by Amato, who's made a number of them so far today. Now jamming it into the boards. King Philip trying to get one last opportunity. Garska was looking for it.
There you go.
Went off there, and nice play by Cam Leon Allen.
He's saved.
They slide it in front.
No, referee says no.
The referee waves off the goal. Wow, a lot is happening right now. King Philip acting like they scored.
Referee definitely waved that goal off. So.
I did not see any signal, Joe, that was a goal.
There's no instant replay in high school hockey at this level. So.
But
no goal.
Rowan Bolger thinks that he scored one, but the Norwood fans getting pretty excited on that one. So it looks like no goal, but
it's hard to tell exactly why they're not calling it a goal. But the face-off being outside the zone usually says that maybe somebody was
there. Yep. So there's the official word from Mark Hoover: no goal. The referee waved it off. Toby Carlo, I'm sure, doesn't like it on the KP bench. But the penalty is over, and now Norwood comes flying out of the faceoff. Berardinelli trying to get around Leon Allen. Wow, Leon Allen has logged a lot of minutes lately. He's got to be pretty tired out there. Comes out for Roach. Roach tries a drive that almost goes off of Cam's skate there in front of the net. Norwood now back with their team back to even strength, putting up a couple golden chances early. A little bit of a shove right in front of us as Roach absorbs one from number 18. That's Grady Bianculli. A little bit of a softer hit there from Sam Lally on the near corner. And now a chance. Berardinelli shoots it on net, and it is popped up by Walmsley. So we'll see an offensive zone draw for Norwood.
Another quick shout out from Captain Sam Lally. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, past coaches and teammates, and I'd like to thank my grandmother and friends. All right. That's a nice shout out. That's the first one. Shout out to a grandparent. That's
there we
nice.
go. So shout out to Sam's grandmother there.
Yep.
I hope you're watching us here today on his senior night.
So.
Or maybe she's here.
She could be here.
That's for sure.
You never know.
So Gillis gets tied up a little bit on the draw. Norwood's got that second line out there of Gillis, Valeri, and Martin. They've got Ferrioli now defensively alongside of Eddie Carroll. Number 25 is battling for the puck in the corner for King Philip. That is Finn Cunningham. Brady Anderson, number 6, is out there as well. And now this one leaks out. Hustling back forward is Martin, who tries to put it behind him. But Anderson, with a nice active stick in the neutral zone, keeps it alive for King Philip. Behind the net, a couple of players converge now against Eddie Carroll.
Here we go.
Norwood, though, ushering it out. 2-on-1 chance. Jason Gillis leads it. He's got Martin on his right side. A beautiful pass. And a good chance for the Mustangs. They keep it in the zone here. Valeri trying to tick it up there. Now Gillis behind the net, still with the puck. Comes back out. Eddie Carroll from the point, drives it. And Walmsley is able to find the handle.
A lot of bodies in front there. Was able to find it.
That second line putting in some good work and getting some great chances, kind of led by Jason Gillis behind the net, who was also leading that 2-on-1 rush.
He won that puck battle behind the net. That's always dangerous, winning those puck battles behind the net and having that the defense will start to scramble.
So now here's a chance. Jack Nightshade almost found some daylight. Nightshade still with it, playing it around, still controlling this puck somehow. Tim Mullen is there defensively for KP. Nightshade behind the net. Is trying to squeeze it up to McDougal. And McDougal absorbs a hit from Joe Robeson, and now a little bit of a scuffle behind Trevor Walmsley. Still no whistle, and finally it's ushered out by the Mustangs. It's McDougal who comes away with it, but he's pulled down. Some of the Norwood fans wanted a penalty on that one, especially the students. Jack Nightshade in front of the net. Norwood keeping it in the zone. Here's Trahan. Goes off the stick of Robeson. An opportunistic shot from Jacob Sheehan goes just wide. Now Trahan takes a hit from number 17. That's Jack Morgan for King Philip. He and Robeson were there defensively. Norwood still keeping it in the zone. If you're KP and you're Coach Carlo, you want to get it out. Finally they do, and Norwood will reset.
Norwood's got a chance now.
They'll reset quickly. Lally moves in. He's got no one near him. Tries the shot anyway as it goes off the blocker. Here's a chance as Norwood has Gillis, Berardinelli, and Lally out there. Their top line alongside number 4. That's Mark Trahan, and number 25, Max Conley, the freshman, is out there defensively. Here's Trahan. He's got a nose for the net. Throws it on there, and King Philip thankfully gets it out for an icing.
All right, one more quick one from Captain Andrew Gillis. Andrew, thank you to my family, especially my parents, for supporting me along the way. Thanks to all the coaches and teammates that have made Norwood hockey such a fun experience for me. And P.S., shout out to Ryan Keneally for being a W manager. I'm not sure what a W manager is.
There we go. That's their language, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a quick chance for Berardinelli as Gillis is out there on the ice after we hear his nice shout-out. Not forgetting about the team manager. Lehan Allen now in the far corner. Battles with the aforementioned Gillis. It pops up. Norwood keeps it in. Here's Riccardi. Riccardi tries a drive. It goes off one of his own players. I think it hit the shoulder of Gillis and pops up out of bounds. So 4:47 to go. And Joe, this third period has not been limited on action.
No, it's had 2 or 3 great shifts in a row. A lot of pressure. The only thing KP's been able to do is ice the puck to take some of it off.
Norwood's lone goal today came on the power play from TJ Martin. And here is Martin moving in towards the net. He had another good opportunity with that second line.
Those quick shots, those are the tough ones for the goalie.
King Philip's goal came all the way back in the first. It was scored by number 15, Jack Gresham, off a deflection on the shot from number 16, Charlie Pelkey. Norwood's goal on the power play, a beautiful goal as an opportunistic rebound came out to Martin. This one goes just wide of the net. Andrew Gillis and Carroll were the ones collecting the assists on that one. So 4:26 remain on senior night as Norwood tries to take down a non-conference foe in the Hockomock League, King Philip Warriors. Now a chance for Grady Bianculli. Drops it off. Bolger back in front. Bianculli dives to try to throw it on net. But Norwood is able to get it defensively. Nice job by Riccardi to settle things down. It's eventually tipped out. Here's Ryan Valeri leading the rush here. Valeri throws it on goal. There's a rebound in front. Norwood trying to get a second chance on that, but just barely tipping away are the Warriors. Trahan now tried to spin around and shoot. Unable to find the handle, but Jacob Sheehan does, and it was a good shot at that. And this one, did it hit the post, Joe?
It looked like a goal. It looked like Walmsley got that one.
That was Owen McDougal, who had a great chance on the near side. We'll see it on your NCM replay.
Walmsley definitely did a good job of getting over there, and he got it. I mean, I don't know if it was going in, but he made one heck of an effort.
So I think maybe it was his skate that went up against the metal pole there.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I heard.
The skate was definitely what took out the pole.
Nice play by Trevor Walmsley, the senior goaltender for King Philip, to keep this game knotted at 1. So McDougal trying to win the draw as Norwood tried to get another quick shot off. Jack Nightshade into the corner. Norwood's third line has done yeoman's work today, and they almost came away with a big goal here late in the third period. Nightshade throws it in, and I think it went off of Jacob Sheehan.
Yeah, hit Jacob, it's offsides.
So we'll see the faceoff come out of the zone. Norwood and King Philip, number 7 and number 8. King Philip is 7, Norwood is 8 in the power rankings right now. It's the last game for both teams in the regular season, although both have already punched their playoff ticket. Now here comes Mark Trahan. Sonny Bean Coley gets there first for King Philip. And we hear a big hit down on the far side. Oh, a player is down for King Philip behind the net, and he is in pain. So we'll pan away as the referee tends to the player.
It was a clean hit. Definitely was a clean hit. It was a big one, but it was a clean hit.
It looked like it from here.
Never want to see anybody get hurt, though.
No, the players are moving away as King Philip had their trainer pop out right away.
Yeah.
And they're just going to give him some space right now.
I hate to guess, but I guess it's got to be something to do with his arm.
So, and wow. I tell you, from the looks of it, I did not expect him to pop up that quickly.
Definitely did not.
And it looks like it's number 22 for King Philip. That's Sonny Bianculli that took the big hit. And Bianculli got up, skated right to the bench.
Only a sophomore.
And I tell you, I thought he was going to be down for a lot longer the way we saw that. He's a tough kid.
That's a hockey.
Absolutely.
Players, they're tough.
So they'll check to see if he's got all his teeth, and I imagine they'll evaluate him for a concussion after he took a big hit into the boards. Although I'm not a doctor and certainly don't play one on TV.
He's
so
staying on the bench, so.
All right. So we get the players right back out there. 3:18 to go here as we kind of reset what's going on. A 1-1 game here in the third period. Senior night for the Norwood Mustangs, and they will try to cap their regular season with a win. Anthony Riccardi trying to find Sam Lally. He doesn't, and it sneaks out. Well, I think Eddie Carroll was surprised by that one. So King Philip now with an opportunity. But here's a chance. Berardinelli knocks it down, moves on in front, gets tangled up with Walmsley. Oh, a great chance for Berardinelli, who knocked the pass down. Now Norwood into the middle of the ice. Andrew Gillis was there. Gillis still working in behind the net. Takes a little bit of a hit. Leon Allen is there defensively for King Philip, as is Joe Robeson. Over for Riccardi. Riccardi tries the drive. Walmsley came way out of his crease, but the shot went wide anyway. Here's Sam Lally trying to get it around a trio of Warriors. Berardinelli tries to keep it in, but nice work from Tim Mullen. We'll keep this away. So now on the near side, Andrew Gillis with that top line for Norwood still out there.
He's
trying to
KP
connect.
Scrambling right now.
Norwood has controlled play for the last couple of minutes. And with only 2:10 left in the game, there was a big chance on a deflection. Norwood will try to get that elusive second goal
Hit
here.
somebody on the KP bench.
This one now coming back KP's way, and Amato gloves it, showing those catcher reflexes.
Yeah.
He's in big on some of these glove saves.
That puck hit somebody on the KP bench. It had to have, the way it came down.
It's a kind of a
It was
weird
going
hop.
up the boards and came straight down.
I think it was Cole Kutkowski that came away leading the rush. So this line for KP of Douglas, Kutkowski, and Max Robeson out there right now, along with the defensive pairing of number 26 Pelkey and number 22 Bianculli. We know Pelkey's got a good shot. He got the assist on the first goal for King Philip. And now could do some danger here with under 2 minutes left.
Bianculli's back out there again.
Nice to see that. Yeah, number 22 took a big hit earlier. He was down on the ice for a minute or so, but right back on the ice not too long after. Here's his shot. Oh, I thought Bianculli was going to drive it away. Amato swats it out with his stick. Robeson was there first for King Philip. Another shot in front. Oh, Amato has to glove it up. Did a nice job defending that near post, and he's able to get his glove over it, so we'll see a face-off.
Keeps finding those pucks in traffic.
Amato has kept Norwood in it. So with 1:44 to go, this game's still knotted at 1, as Amato gets some congratulations from his teammates. King Philip and Coach Carlo will throw out their top line as Nate Garciga gets out there for the draw. Their leading scorer, Rowan Bolger, is right to his left. Bolger was motioning back to Pelkey just a moment ago, so we'll see if KP looks to get it over to him. Grady Bianculli moving on inside. Norwood loses an edge there, but they're still able to get it out. Now Sam Lally with speed moves into the zone, but he's dispossessed of that. Back to the center of the ice, and Andrew Gillis tries to dump it in deep, but a nice play by Bolger to maintain control. Here's Garska, takes a big hit from Lally near us. and Amato plays it in behind the net. Now over on the far side. Norwood will move it up with number 28, Ryan Valeri. Here's Lally. Lally is dispossessed by Garska as there's a little tangle into the center of the ice. This is KP's top line here in this last 70 seconds. Can Nate Garska get a shot off? He dishes for Bolger.
TJ Martin. Great back check by TJ Martin.
But Norwood's defense takes it away. 55 seconds to go here in the third period. Knotted at 1 on senior night. 10 seniors playing potentially their last home game, depending on what happens in the tournament. Jason Gillis now behind the net. Here's TJ Martin. Martin back to the point. Eddie Carroll over for Riccardi with 35 seconds. It's a low shot. Second chance for Gillis. He decides to double back behind the net, fending off one of the Warriors. Now Norwood trying to jam it up the boards here. Number 29, TJ Martin is there. Riccardi tried to keep it in. He can't get it around number 17, Morgan. Now a foot race, or a skate race, excuse me, between Carroll and Mullen. A quick shot for King Philip. Number 24, Joe Robeson is there. And with 6 seconds to go, King Philip jam it home. Amato covers up, and we'll see a face-off.
He's going to pull the goalie again. Again, 3.3 seconds is enough time to get a. If Norwood could win the faceoff quickly and just send it down the other end of the ice.
Coach Toby Carlo for King Philip had a lot of success at Medfield before coming here. He knows what he's doing, but Joe, we'll see if maybe Norwood's got that extra couple seconds if they can get that quick shot off. So the face-off coming to the right of Amato. A big draw here. Nate Garska will be the one taking it for King Philip. And I think that's Owen McDougall for Norwood. So the freshman tasked with a lot of responsibility here. The shot from the point, it's knocked down by Amato at first.
Wow.
And did it go in?
It did not go in, but I don't know if it would have counted. That was close.
Oh,
I heard a buzzer. You can hardly hear the buzzer. I heard the buzzer. And
we got to see that again. They don't have those red goal lights you see light up the goals in the NHL, so it's hard to tell exactly. But there was a quick shot from the point.
Good play off the face-off.
That was Ethan Sullivan, number 16, taking the initial shot.
I don't believe that three. That's 3.3. That I don't think that last one would have counted. It just snuck wide right there.
Either way. Oh, Norwood dodges a bullet. And we're heading to overtime.
It should be fun.
So the teams will talk things over.
Norwood's had some overtime heroics at the tournament they just played in.
That's for sure. Andrew Gillis, right?
Yeah, Andrew Gillis with the winner. Drawing a blank on the name of the tournament. I apologize to anybody from Arlington who I played
the Bryn tournament?
I played against. No, it's Eddie Burns.
Eddie Burns, right?
Yeah, I played. I played against him, his coach team in high school. So I'm surprised I didn't remember.
It came to you.
It
came to you.
Eddie Burns. Yeah.
So Norwood,
legendary coach.
This is a program that has known some overtime heroics, even some on this very ice not all that long ago.
No.
But we'll see what they're able to do here.
This type, I think it's 3-on-3 hockey. It should be a 4-on-4. Yeah, 4-on-4 we're going with.
4-on-4, I believe, for the forced overtime, and then we'll knock it down to 3-on-3. So Norwood will have Gillis, Berardinelli, Lally, and I've got to assume Eddie Carroll. It is Eddie Carroll out there.
Carroll.
And no surprises either on the King Philip side as we see Rowan Bolger skating around.
Yeah, the Norwood's selected to go with 3 forwards and a defenseman, and looks like KP is going with 2 forwards and 2 defensemen.
That's right. They've got Pelkey and Leon Allen, and they have number 9 Garska taking the draw on the aforementioned Rowan Bolger. So it'll be Lally against Nate Garska on the draw.
I was going to say, he got a little bit of a head start.
You had that just as fast as the referee, Joe.
Yeah.
So just kicking off overtime. It'll be a 5-minute overtime of 4-on-4 here as they kick Garska out of the face-off circle. Norwood wins it. Comes back for Gillis. Now Eddie Carroll doubles back behind his net. Some really good chances in the third period for both teams. Trevor Walmsley and Anthony Amato, however, keeping their opponents off the board to keep this game knotted at 1. Now Andrew Gillis moves into the offensive zone, makes a centering pass. Excuse me, that was Lally for Gillis as Gillis gets tied up there. Lally now comes away with it.
Get that puck back.
He does. He gets it over for Nick Berardinelli. Nick, another senior, so this is a senior-heavy group of 4 right now. With
5
Gillis.
on the ice of seniors at this point.
That's right, including the goaltender Amato. And we see an offsides. Norwood has a really good mix of some younger players. We've mentioned the contributions from other underclassmen, but also 10 seniors. So Coach Allen's got to like the present and the future that he's got going right now as the team heads into tournament.
Yeah, he definitely relies on the young players early, and then by the time tournament time comes around, they've logged a good amount of minutes.
For sure.
I mean, he's got
He's got Jason Gillis out there, an
sophomore,
underclassman, centering
juniors.
this line.
2 sophomores, 2 juniors right now.
Yep, TJ Martin is out there, so is Ryan Valeri, and I think is that Mark Trahan on defense.
Yep.
So here's a chance as King Philip had an opportunity on the wraparound. Norwood is able to collect it though. Jason Gillis, 3-on-3, throws it on net. Walmsley knocks it away. The rebound comes out in front, but Gillis is beaten to it by Trevor Pelkey. So number 19 will be in the center of this fracas near the far boards, as no one seems to be gaining the edge. Gillis and Martin are in there for Norwood trying to get it away. Ultimately, King Philip comes out with it with Sonny Bianculli, number 22. A 2-on-2 now as he works against Trahan. Bianculli gets the edge. Nice pass into the center and the backhand chance. Good opportunity for, I've got to assume, his brother Grady. Now here's Amato, and Amato decides to cover.
Smart.
He had Grady Bianculli closing in on him. And perhaps a good decision there from the Norwood goaltender.
Yeah. Get your top line back out on the ice.
So we'll see a quick replay of that here on our NCM cameras. A nice feed between the Bianculli brothers. And this one going just a little bit wide. So action back on the ice. Sam Lally behind the Norwood net. Lally looking for someone to pass it to as he dekes that check from Max Robeson. Lally, long pass. It's a good one as he connects with Carroll. Carroll now is followed closely by Berardinelli, who tries a drive. Second chance opportunity isn't quite there for Andrew Gillis, but he was buzzing around it. Berardinelli gets shoved down now by Robeson. Comes behind the net now for Charlie Pelkey. Pelkey into the center of the ice, and losing the handle on it was Douglas, number 13. Fortunate for Norwood on that one. 2:37 here to go in this first overtime period. This one coming up for Lally. Sam Lally moving against a couple defenders. Will double back, and he'll keep possession. How often do you see this in overtime, right? Maintain possession. Good decision from Lally instead of dumping it in potentially. But King Philip ultimately is able to dispossess the Mustangs. Here's number 9, Nate Garska. King Philip's second leading scorer. Moves in, gets around one man, and throws it just wide of the net. Still keeps possession, gets it out for Pelkey. Pelkey tries a drive. Amato almost grabbed it with his glove, but it goes wide of the net. Now number 19 for King Philip. That's Trevor Pelkey, so we've got both Pelkeys on the ice right now, Charlie and Trevor. They are working along with Bolger and Garska. Here's the drive from the point. Goes just wide as a number of players are right in front of the net. But King Philip keeping the pressure.
Eddie Carroll with a nice stick there to break that one up.
1:38 to go here in this first overtime period. 4-on-4 action. Nice job by TJ Martin, a double back, showing off his skating skills once again. Martin has the lone goal of the game for the Mustangs. For King Philip, it was Jack Gresham who scored very early on a tip. There's a chance for Sonny Bianculli as he tries to get around Trahan. Lally looks behind him, steers the puck on over, and now back into the fore corner. 70 seconds left here, as we'll get the 1-minute notification very shortly. Here's a chance in front of the net. Oh, it's stopped initially by Amato. Berardinelli comes away with it. Here's a lead pass up for Gillis. Norwood's got their top line leading the charge. Gillis tried to get it into the center, but a nice defensive play by Trevor Pelkey steers it aside. Number 7, Cole Kutkowski is there for King Philip. And now it comes out for number 17. That's Jack Morgan. Morgan now with a chance. Gets it over. Oh, a nice pass as he tried to connect with Kutkowski. Comes out to the point for Bianculli. Andrew Gillis is there defensively on him, and now a hit from Berardinelli. 28 seconds left to go here in this first overtime period. Neither team scored in the third period, and obviously no one has scored so far in overtime. And a bit of a tussle near the bench as number 15 Gresham gets tangled up with Andrew Gillis.
Good back check, TJ Martin again.
Tell you, Joe, you keep mentioning that back check from Martin. He's done a great job of that this game.
Here you go, 5, shoot.
Let's see, will they get the shot off quick? Martin, does he have time? He throws it on net. And with a second left, this time it's King Philip that dodges disaster at the end of the game.
That'll do it.
And
Tie.
yeah, so the game will end in a tie. I guess felt like a playoff atmosphere in here, didn't it? Kept saying first overtime, but that will be it.
Yeah, I mean, good game. Good. It's a good prelude to the tournament coming up in a couple of weeks or next week.
Yeah, so the teams will shake hands at the end of this game. King Philip was number 7 in the power rankings. Norwood was number 8. You got to imagine that the rankings will stay the same with a tie, but then again, you know, based on opponent record, things like that.
Lord knows what the formula will be. I guess it's one of those you just have to wait.
That's right.
Until Sunday when everything's over and figure out exactly who you got and let them. Whoever they have, they're coming here.
That's right.
That's all you know.
That is true. Yes.
They're gonna have to travel here and play in this building, and Norwood's done pretty good here. So.
Yeah, so Norwood won't be passed in the standings, at least we can assume.
No, but even if they were the first, 16 seeds are going to play at home.
Right.
You know, it's going to be one of those deals.
And they'll avoid being in a play-in.
There'll be a play-in games for the lower seed, like in the 30s. And then Norwood will, like I said, if they stay at 8, they'll get the 23rd seed. If they move up to 7, they'll get the 24th. I'm sorry. If they stay at 8, they'll get the 25th seed. And if they move up to 7, they get the 26th seed. So we'll see.
We're going to hire you to do your version of bracketology for us.
Yeah, we're going to be on ESPN Sunday night at 6 o'clock right after the college. We're going to jump ahead of the prerequisite for the.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We hope we had fun watching us on senior night. We had a big crew from our NCM team here today bringing you the game. You see it there on your screen. Danielle DiMattia and Michaela Brown. I think we're in the control room for most of this. Brian Gagliard has been right behind us, kind of controlling everything from behind the camera. Joe Spadorcio was in the truck alongside Megan Corbett, Brian Boudreau, and Ron Marshalsea. And I jumbled up the order there as I was reading through. But you see this crew and the great work they do. I tell you, Joe, it's a testament to the folks at NCM, the way they're able to put these productions on.
It's a pleasure to volunteer to work for these people. They're all true professionals. So it's something that I enjoy doing, and I want to thank them for including me. So
that's it. We're just thankful they're letting us talk on some of these broadcasts.
It's nice. It's especially nice here when you get the nice reserved seat. You don't have to fight through the crowd to find a nice place to see.
For sure, we got our elbow room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, you see the Norwood seniors as they leave the ice for their last regular season home game, but as Joe mentioned, they'll be back here sometime after break ends. It's a waiting game on the MIAA. But kudos to a wonderful career for the 10 Norwood seniors. There was a lot of them. Patrick O'Brien, Sam Lally, Andrew Gillis, Frankie Hernan, Jack Nightshay, Nick Berardinelli, Ryan Sevilla, Eddie Carroll, Anthony Amato, and Zach Badger. Kudos on a wonderful Norwood career, and we hope it keeps going in this tournament.
Yes, we're hoping a nice long run.
Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we will see you at a game soon. Have a good night.
Outstanding.